So you see this gentleman in a wheelbarrow chasing the truck. He feels that the owner of the tomatoes is going to offload her wares here, but no. So he runs in vain. He was not alone. There were about 4 of them actually trying to find business. It's quite early. It's still very early. It's 5:45. 5:37 rather, yeah, 5:37, and this is the stretch that leads to atomic runabout. So we're using this stretch. We'll get to atomic runabout, link through atomic, and then go to Medina Market. You saw the Dome Market quite busy as early as 5:30. A lot of people. I spoke to one lady whose story was particularly interesting. She went to a technical school. You'd remember that story, right? Yeah. And then she's a painter. She supplements that with selling banana. She's been selling banana in the last 10 years. She is 25 now. She started when she was 15. She does that to help her family as well. So as early as 5:30, the Ghanaian worker is up. The Ghanaian capital city is awake. People have to find business. People have to eke out a living. And it all depends on how early you rise for some of them. Because most of these food stuff are out of season. The bananas, the plantains, the tomatoes, the pear, the lemon. Oh, I didn't get anyone to talk to on the Pakoshita, but yeah. So people wake up so early and it's all work. We are in Gayak. We're on a stretch that goes through Ghana Atomic Energy Commission Gayak. We are heading towards Hacho. This side is quite beautiful, the trees here, canopy, and you wish it is across the city, but that's not the case. That's the view you get when you use this stretch of Adrasafo's constituency. It's called Dom Kwabenya constituency. It's one of the largest, and this is perhaps one of the best stretch of roads you can ever find in the constituency. Anywhere else, you're just going to have a hard time. Good. So we are following my friend from Driaya Unkwanta. She's 60 years old. She has 8 children. She's brought the boxes of tomatoes you see from Driaya Unkwanta. She have loaded them from the VIP she boarded, that where she disembarked at St. John's. Now we are following her to Medina Market, where she's going to sell these boxes of tomatoes to her customers. She makes us understand that when the tomatoes is off season, one of those boxes you see could cost as much as 1,500. At the moment, she's going to sell those for about 500 Ghana cedis. She's not sure how much it's going to cost her transporting those boxes from St. John's to Medina Market. Is when she gets there that we'll find out. We are following her to track her story. There's several market women, several traders, several farmers who come down from Wenchi, Bechim, Driaya Unkwanta, Brekum, and the Bunahafu regions, the middle belt, largely bring their food stuff here to Accra to sell. Some of them only send the foodstuff through the buses, and their clients meet the buses at the various bus stops to pick them up. It's amazing how the drivers do the identification so that people don't misplace their wares. Yeah, and some of the traders too come with their produce and then sell them or offload them to other traders right at St. John's. But for my friend from Jaya Nkwanta, she is cutting the tomatoes herself all the way to Medina Market, where we are trailing her to find out how business is like. It's currently 5:49 in the morning. 5:49. She has been in a VIP bar since 8:30 p.m. She got to Accra around 4. She's been in the bars from Jaya Nkwanta from 8:30 to 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are 8 hours. Right. So my friend has spent 8 hours on the road from Jaya Nkwanta to St. John's. Now she is cutting her tomatoes to Medina Market. It's 5:50 now, so it's roughly about an hour since she arrived, and she's now going towards Medina Market. We are now at Hacho. People prefer to call this place to North Legon, but Hacho is Hacho. North Legon is ahead. What you see, the shops are shut for now. Most of the shops here are shut. Previously, this side wasn't developed into chains of shops, but that's how you have it. The finest Baba around is in this one. That is okay. So, this side of town is not as brisk as we have seen at Dom Market, St. John's. This side is largely residential, but it's a mixed area. So you have a lot of businesses close to the main road, and then if you go deeper, you have a lot more residential areas in this part of town. To my right, if you go this side, that's Legon, University of Ghana. You would find University of Ghana to my right. But we're on the Hacho Atomic Road. So if you go forward and then take to the left, you're going towards Agbogba, and then you can connect through to Ritz Junction, get to Medina, Denta, or take the left to Abri if that's where you want to go. But this stretch is the Atomic Hacho Road. Atomic Hacho Road. So we are getting closer to the Medina Market. This side is, I think, what the Trotro mates refer to as Masalachi. Yes, if you pick Trotro, you say Masalachi, you are likely to be disembarked here, or you will disembark here. So, which route are they going to use into the market? We are following her to find out and then get the details of the story. But Medina is also waking up gradually. It's 5:59, a minute to 6 o'clock. Medina Zongo Junction, the infamous Medina Zongo Junction, notorious for outrageous traffic situations and a footbridge that is often abandoned by pedestrians who would rather risk their lives crossing the highway that often has speeding vehicles, plying the route. Medina Zongo Junction, it's 6 o'clock now. 6 o'clock now. Since my friend from Jaya Nkwanta set off at 8 p.m., arrived in Accra at 4 a.m. She spent the last 2 hours negotiating for a truck, having her tomatoes loaded onto the truck, and having it transported to the Medina market to close her deals before possibly she's going to return today, or she'll pass the night somewhere. I don't know. We'll possibly find out when we get there. But this is Medina Zongo Junction. Medina Zongo Junction. The show is about town on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. We are out here with Philip Kofi Ashon, John van der Bosche, and Na Adole Mofat. We're live on City TV, DSTV. The channel is 363, and on Go TV you catch us live, channel 182. Medina is alive. Medina is alive. Look all around me. Preachers have mounted their loudspeakers, blasting music and preaching. And people are setting up, those who sell socks, they are setting up. Shops are gradually opening. Hawkers are hawking. Okada riders are carrying loads. The pavements are busy. Buyers and sellers are haggling. Vehicles are moving in and out. Among them is a truck from St. John's with farm produce all the way from Jaya. To the Medina market. In my mind, we're going to take the right when we got to Zongo Masalachi and then go inside. But actually, that's the lorry station. That's a lorry station. So we are now taking the route in front of the Lankwantana Municipal Assembly. If you know where their office is. Now we are at the market. This is the end of the stretch in front of the municipal office. Market women have set up already. Shops are opening. Oh! Huh? Wow. The road is so bumpy such that some of the tomatoes have fallen off. So what's going to happen? A little kid picks it up and okay, let's see how it pans out. Someone helps put them together, and then the conductor who helps the driver of the truck comes down to pick the tomatoes that falls off his hands. He picks them back, and where do these go? Where do these go? Right back to the cotton. So we are at Medina Market, and already there are people who have swarmed around the truck to make purchases, to buy to buy tomatoes. Let's see how it all goes. The tomatoes are a little more picky, put it right back into the boxes. So how do they make the purchases? How do they close this? Oh, but it was feel free, right? Feel free, person here. Onya boni bias. Oh, like oh, that's it. So, how does the buying and selling go? we'll follow that for you too. They are happy seeing our drones. They are happy seeing our drone fly, but they're all here to buy. It's so far, Sami Susua, Ufri Jaya on Quanta around 4. And I'll be drew bear Ufio 8. Now we drew a bear 4. That's like, how many hours? 6? 8 hours. That's 8 hours. And I Ufri St. John's. Ebedu Madina 2 hours because we do have 4. She said about 6. It was many 10 hours. What's your question?
My chocolate, so my minister can see a jump on your side. You're
just in a water on your man. Tomatoes, you want to say?
fine.
This is so fine. I bring so. It was all the most.
I said 7 years, so on.
7
7 million.
700.
700 rather.
What person man is saying? Over man is saying?
Yeah, man for 400.
Hey, man 400. So they are pitching their prices. She's quoting 700 CDs and they are offering 400 CDs. That's a 300 CD difference. Remember earlier she told us it was for 500. So between 500 she started about 200 too. And they are taking 100 of it. So a lot of hard work goes on here also, trying to offload the tomatoes. Now because the tomatoes have been in a VIP truck for over a long distance and have had other, goods on them. Oh, sorry. You can see that it's not rotten. It's just that it has had, it has had to compete with other things in the VIP bus. So when you have tomatoes, food produce competing with other things in a regular passenger bus, you're likely to find some of these situations. If you know the transition. So we will show you how when the tomatoes are sold off these boxes, they are actually packaged and eventually sold in the market. I've actually not been to this part of the Medina market before. Now let's just stay around to hear conversations in terms of how they sell them. That's what the man was saying.
6 million last.
First, no, sir, but this one.
Was it 6 million? First was 7. Yes, or Monteso. Was it 6 last, no veggie.
Until met me at all.
Well, I saw also first now, Yanisika man. And yes, I on it. And the Aquaban is on fees, I have one yanny, I remove, and yea, if you want to follow.
In those no,
Those in the air, a move, but the price in was through.
and the cow bet me a chassis.
What am I 4, 5, and a 5, and care a boy and woman.
As you say, so person. Over 30.
So this took a crowd, I met.
But the Janus are
M1.
so bet me at all.
anka meton by senia wo beboa no no yes and you tokodi nso osu ni mu
nti oton ne say oton 600 a beton ne say no nya faso
oton ne say sa boys no beje ni yie ene lolofe enti won so no sa woton a say nsi be 7 million woti ni yie ni ka lolofe wo ma e bia won so wanya 50 bi ana 60 bi
100 bi
ebi wa enso so baby
do the coin
they call market inside the house.
And they say untia kakese in transport.
Truck budget.
Budget be say
15 CD. Budget 15.
Just saw the more 600 last. Me we na to we madam.
What's the name ya man? It was all better.
No. Any motor ni di anya kra. Me say dan me koto. Me to esasi we.
Satam na 9 million, 10 million.
Me to o ma me miensa 2 cities. Esasi we kra.
Me say satam na 10 million, 9 million. Box no wow. To Anthony yan so ni sika.
Asu to emunya. Akuafo ni nti ni yie. No tene poto eni nyina ni dontoli de gu.
Ne poto eno ya moton.
Ya tonso eno no ko 9 million akwafa na poto eno dos wa aboka. Omo 9 million no. Omo de bae no. Sata mi su o 20 no. O ton a enso because we be no anya.
So a lot of factors influence the cost of tomatoes, which we finally get on our table. The farmers are looking at, the cost of labor. They are looking at the cost of fertilizer. They are looking at the seasons. It's rain-fed largely, so depending on how the seasons go, and then transporting the produce, which is in this case tomatoes, from wherever, in this case Jaya Nkwanta, over a stretch of road that is described as predominantly deplorable, and then coming all the way from St. John's to Medina Market. The cost of loading the tomatoes, all of that go into the pricing of the tomatoes. In terms of how hygienic it is, I guess you've seen for yourself. Woo, that's huge. It's a huge box of tomatoes, and the gentlemen are offloading. So each box is going for 600 Ghana cedis. Let's take a look at how, when it is purchased, they go. Oh, don't worry. Good morning. Happy again. Araka nani?
Kaya mapla adaka 7 million kaya. Ala fufuna kai.
Aya lolo ya.
Awu. Kaya di loka. Kaya bonoklumu.
Okay, nya bonoklumu.
Ala bana frugo na. Ato ni French man.
French. Na brongo amagane.
Na frugo Ghana kaya to French man.
French, Côte d'Ivoire. Hello, Burkina Faso.
Côte d'Ivoire goji otona.
So she is telling me that she bought the box for 700 Ghana cedis. This one is local. This one is foreign, coming from Côte d'Ivoire. Okay. So this is how she's packaging it. So, bucket and
30 Ghana.
The bucket will go for 30 cedis. Okay. That's so fine.
Kaya sana fine.
That's a ma. Mablena kaba.
Mablena kaba.
I don't know deep fridge my car kasha na ka ko.
Ayanya loka.
This is the talk like no.
Oh ya bankai.
Okay. She's telling me that these ones, is the word durable. I mean, they are long lasting. They don't go bad easily, right? But these ones easily go bad. That's what she's saying. Antiama is here trying to, close deals. Actually, I'm learning that she came to Accra without money for her transport. That is the VIP bus she came with. So the taxi drivers who at St. John's, because they know her, she took money from the taxi drivers to help pay for the VIP bus, now which is 110. It cost her 150 to cut the tomatoes here. So right after she sold the boxes, then she's able to pay the driver of the truck that brought him here. His car is not even starting. But then, so she will give the money she took from the taxi drivers to this man who has already charged her 150. So she takes from here, he takes from here to go pay the taxi drivers. That's how Auntie Ama's story goes like. But this has really been an insightful and intriguing episode of About Town on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. Keep watching City TV.
There are those with untold stories, unraveled feats, life-changing stories, and lasting legacies. They tell their stories themselves on footprints. Yes.
Oh, at some point, well, we are taking the step. Unfortunately, he was dragging the country into an abyss.
Yeah.
So we saw it. But they have held power, the guns and so forth. Who were we to? We just watched. But by, I believe, 74-5, the country was seeing through him. That this man was a total misfit.
But he was a happy man.
But because in Akan, there's a proverb. It's a kwasia na no so nsu so chati.
Be inspired by their hard work and resilience that led to their outstanding achievements as we trace their footsteps through time.
Lincoln, we have one of our, school member died or whatever, so we have to go there and perform during the funeral, whatever. And then I was feeling thirsty, so there was a. But those days, it's not like pure water or whatever. They sell the water in a bottle. Yeah, stuff like that. So there was a bottle there. I thought it was just a water. No, it was aquateshi, So I just took it when I drank it, before I realized, Charlie. So what happened to me, I was like, Charlie, I'll never touch. So since then, I've never touched alcohol.
Okay, so you didn't drink alcohol,
and
you never smoked?
Smoke, no way. No.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Then who comes out of the car? Chachu Chikata and Kojo Chikata. And the Chachu told me that they have, Kojo was sick since the morning and he has been tortured and whatnot, and they have come for a medical attention. Of course, naturally, I have to look after them, even though they are very close relatives. So I look at Kojo, I examine him, I notice that he's definitely been tortured. And there was blood, deep-seated blood in the ears. You can see that clearly.
So join me, Samuel Atamensa, and my guests every Saturday at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. for Footprints, only on City TV.
Footprint is sponsored by Bethel Logistics Company Limited, experts in shipping logistics.
Hello there and welcome to the Business Dashboard.